Afternoon folks, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Okay, it's a pretty miserable, wet, horrible day out there again today. So I've taken the opportunity to have a day at the Vice, and I'm in between trout flies. I'm just knocking up a few flies for ahead of my Mexico trip in January. And this little pattern here is called a Crazy Charlie, little shrimp imitation, particularly for bonefish. Very popular, real staple of bonefish anglers, and very, very easy to tie. Of course, a very good little fly for the UK anglers for bass as well, as it very well imitates our little native brown shrimp as well. So it's something that if you're into your UK saltwater fly fishing, well worth having in your box, and a very, very quick, easy tie. Okay, let's just crack on with that. So hooking the Vice, this is a little size 6 Mustad saltwater hook, 340007, fairly standard saltwater hook actually. Thread for this one a little bit of a pink, so we've got a bit of Danvilles flatwax pink here. It's a nice strong thread and ideal for saltwater patterns. You're not going to snap this very easily, so we'll just get that on the hook and start working down a little bed of thread there all the way down the hook for us to work on. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please click like, click subscribe, and I'll keep putting them out. I've got some fishing videos coming up hopefully, so we'll get some more of those done. Okay, let's just bring that down and back up again, just to give you a base to work with. Really stops anything from slipping. You know, stuff can be a bit slippery with these saltwater patterns. And then just back from the eye there, just trim this bit of excess off here. And then we're going to put the weight in this, so the eyes are going to be, for me, there's going to be bead chain eyes. I don't want this to sink very, very quickly, and this is for very skinny water, so just little bead chain eyes. You can vary the size of the bead chains. You can use lead, you can use brass, whatever you like, depending on how quickly you want the pattern to sink, really. But for me, this one, I want this, I'm only intending to fish this in a couple of feet of water, so this will be absolutely ample when you get the rest of the dressing on it. So there we go, just get that over there, figure of 8s, nice, and get that on nice and secure. I'm going to put a little bit of an underbody on here just to give us a bit of extra, and we're going to put some mylar, just some number 12 mylar on there, just pearl. It's just going to help this underbody shine through when I over rib it. So I'm going to pop this underbody in here and then take that way down to the end of the hook and back up again. And the main body material for this is this glass rib stuff. It's basically a stretchy clear latex. You get all sorts of different brands and makes and shapes of it. It's completely up to you. This is just a basic, I think this one's called a glass rib. So I'm going to take that and tie it in just behind the eyes, nice and tight, and then just stretch it as you work your thread down the body, making sure to get touching turns all the way down, because this colour is going to shine through it, you see. This is going to give you a lovely looking underbody. Just to the bend of the hook, back up again, and just behind the eyes here. And we're going to come up behind that with your pearl rib and just over wrap this. Alright, this will shine through beautifully. Just give it a nice little UV shine there, and then just finish it off behind the eyes. A couple of turns to secure. Bring your thread forward at the eyes, trim off your waist. Okay, and then you're going to over wrap this with this glass rib, with this latex. So I'm just going to come in and again stretching it as you go, all right, so it's nice and tight, so it's not too loose, it isn't going to move. Nice and tight, touching turns all the way up, just to form this nice sort of segmented body shape, this shrimpy shape, I suppose. Just nice touching turns all the way up, right up behind the eyes, and over the top and finish, and just come in with your thread, get a couple of turns in, just to trap it in there, like that. That's your body done. So quick these flies are, so quick and easy to tie. You can do them in the field really, you can do them in the evening. Trim that off, put that aside, bring your thread up just to make sure everything's okay. Now we're going to put a wing in on this. Sort of an overwing. So what I'll do, normally I would just turn the Vice round, but for the sake of the camera, we're going to take this out and actually turn the whole fly over for you. Get that tight in there like that. Now your wing material is completely up to you. You can use bucktail, You can use craft fur, EP fibres. I'm for this one going to use this stuff here. I call it sculpting fibres, but essentially it's all the same stuff. It's EP fibres, and this one's in tan. I'm going to come over with a little tan wing on it. So I've selected a little bit of the sculpting fibres there, and I'm just forming a little wing sort of shape there. That's the sort of shape I want to go on there. To me, that looks about right. I want it to go over about, sort of about twice the length of the hook, I suppose, altogether. Not too heavily dressed, but just enough to give that suggestion of all those legs and everything else that's going on with the shrimp as it's fleeing away from. Okay, I'm just going to hold that up there. That's my length, and I'm going to come in and do a couple of wraps just in front of the hook there, just to, that's it, just to secure it down, keeping everything in front of those eyes. What have I done there? Let's try that again. Just went over the back of the eyes there. Right, let's do that again. Again, there's my length. That's where I want it at. I'm going to come in, a couple of turns there. Lovely. That's all I'm looking for. And I'm going to trim this bit off, this bit of waste off here, nice and tight, nice and close. With the scissors, trim that off, get rid of it, and then just tidy. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of flash in this wing as well, not much, just a little bit of flash in there. So I'm going to take in my Krystal flash. This is a tan, UV tan. Just going to take a single strand of that out there. You don't want to overdo it with the flash, just a little something, little feelers, whatever you want to call them. Just match and marry them up to the same length. Just here, okay, and then you're just going to come in and pop them either side of the hook. Got a similar sort of length as the tail, okay. Maybe just a tiny bit short. Hold them in, and again, a couple of turns. Just like that to secure them. Lovely. Trim them off, trim the waste off, and then just come in and finish. So just come in, build up a nice head there. Dead easy fly to you tie. Very, very effective. You can vary the colours, oranges, pinks, tans, whites, whatever you want. Whatever specific to where you're going when they say what you want. Just come in there, whip finish, and then you can UV this, you can varnish it. I'll probably, because I've got a bit of time in my hand, I'm doing batches of these up, I'm just going to varnish them, give them 2 or 3 coats of varnish on there, just to secure it all. Nice, easy, super effective bonefish fly. Crazy Charlie. Wouldn't be without them in the box. And one of the flies that you'll use, you know, especially if you're doing a bit of a DIY trip and you don't want to carry loads and loads of flies. These don't take up much room. Size 6s and 4s, maybe on a few 2s. And there you go. And that will take bonefish all day long, anywhere you go. So I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Thanks for watching, and yeah, click like, click subscribe, and I'll get back to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.